The MCU got your boy out here doing rapid wind sprints. I'm looking like the Kingpin when he was running from the police this episode. Spider-Man No Way Home just wrapped up a few days ago, and now we bask in the glow of Hawkeye's season finale. We had some deadly conflicts come to a resolution, right? We also had some teases that fell flat. Really fucking flat. Creating a season finale that was a little sus. It was a little suspect. But happy holidays.
How you foreign niggas stop it? I was born in the tropics. I'm the way peep the mosh pit. And they came with a starship. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm really from the tropics. Fuck is you doing the next?
What's good, Digital Trap Squad? Y'all know what it is, so check it right. Alright, y'all, look. Hawkeye episode 6 started off with a bang. Them folks at Marvel Studios, they know what we want. They know what we need. They know around the holiday season, we are not to be fucked with emotionally. And they gave us Vincent D'Onofrio from Marvel Netflix as a new incarnation of Kingpin. And look, it was so cool seeing him here. We knew he was coming. Check it. My man's the true pimp. He's doing that shit where a motherfucker hates him, can't stand him, wants to kill him, but reluctantly works for him. Pimp shit.
In the spirit of the holidays, I'm gonna give you a minute to think about what you're starting right now.
I don't need a minute.
Look at that singing pimping, bitch. Where is my money? You've been late 4 times, I've been counting.
Transitioning over from the opening of the episode, we know that in any sort of TV or film genre, whenever you have a character's life that begins to fall apart, they emotionally unravel, right? That's normally where you get some really quality acting. We got that with Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton episode 4, right? Ronan was kind of catching up to him in modern day. Sins of the past was also putting his family in danger. So he had some of his best emotional moments in that episode. We get the same thing now with Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, where she's learning, hey, mama ain't who mama is. Mama on some demon time type shit. And that entire scene was some of the best acting we had from Haley in this series.
And now she's working with the mob. She killed Armand. My God, I need to talk to her.
Okay, wait. I think you gotta calm down, okay? Let's talk this out.
I'm gonna sound like a complete demon right now. But I love that trauma. I love that trauma. Because you know you're going to get something good out of quality actors and actresses, right? Speaking of trauma, speaking of moments, let's talk about Yelena and Kate's third meeting in this series. First on the rooftop, second at Kate's apartment that was burnt the fuck up, but Yelena making macaroni and cheese, and then the third meeting that happened at the Christmas party. I was very disappointed in this. This is the first negative of the episode. Their entire conflict, their entire battle was like some shit from the Halle Berry Catwoman movie. It was all loose punches and kitty pushes and play fights. I'm like, hold on, wait. I thought Yelena threatened this bitch's life the last episode. Now she playing patty cake with her in the elevator? This ain't right. This ain't right. And even that elevator sequence had a little bit of Brazzers inspiration.
No. Oh my God, what is happening? Did you plan that?
It's so disappointing to think that it took now for us to truly see a variety of arrows from him. What we saw in the MCU previously was a whole lot of explosive arrows, a hacking arrow, and maybe a few others that I'm missing. But here we have so much creativity from him, right? We see a magnetic arrow. We see an electrical wire arrow that pulls people together. We see another version of a PEM arrow that shrinks something instead of enlarging something. that was so fun to see because outside of Iron Man, he's one of the most versatile members of the Avengers. Sad it took this fucking long, man. Shameful.
Shameful.
And then what we had during that same moment was something that I was very glad to see. His actual Hawkeye costume. Now, the headpiece is missing. I can't be the only one that's kind of glad the headpiece is missing. It doesn't really serve a purpose in live action, but to have his purple outfit is so welcoming. And it shows how much we've grown in this genre. I loved Kate. She was the audience when she saw him in the costume.
Hold him off for a bit.
Oh my God, you wore it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it looks so good. I told you. I told you.
Of course, we can't leave a Disney Plus show without a little extra conversation. And obviously, one of the highlights of that is Kingpin. Let's talk about some of the differences between this version and the Marvel Netflix version, right? Here, I think Vincent D'Onofrio appears bigger in the role, probably because there's some sort of padding underneath his suit that's giving him this cartoonish towering over people that I think works well for the MCU. But also it's the fact that they sauced him up a little bit. My man's got a chain on. He got a Hawaiian shirt. Shout out to Ernie from the Juice Bar and Power Rangers. But then also he has a cane from the comic book. So his look has changed. My man tried to drip it on us a little bit. But outside of the differences between the Netflix version, the internet is interneting again. People are upset. How dare Kate Bishop go toe-to-toe with the Kingpin? These people gotta be wet for some Wilson Fisk. These people are dripping and throbbing for some Wilson Fisk. Boss. But you know what I mean. Look, let's break down toe-to-toe. In Kate Bishop's battle with Kingpin, her getting tossed around the fucking room, probably getting numerous concussions, is not toe-to-toe. Her having to run for her fucking life is not toe-to-toe. Her getting lucky that an explosive arrow from her quiver was on the ground and she triggered it to get Kingpin the fuck off her is not toe-to-toe. When you say toe-to-toe, it's blow for blow. You don't know who's gonna win. Kingpin was getting ready to Ben Urich her. He was getting ready to choke her ass to death and leave her right there for the police. He was getting ready to kill her. She did not stand a chance. She barely escaped with her fucking life. That's not toe-to-toe. With that being said, Marvel Studios, y'all missed a great opportunity and a dope-ass joke. Y'all could have had my man Wilson Fisk run down the street and try to grab a ladder.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made. Sorry, son, that's the way things are.
Lord, Lord, Lord. I know in that moment, he regretted all those seconds and thirds. I just know he did in that moment. It wasn't worth it. But I'm very happy in myself and some of y'all on the internet for breaking down that Laura Barton was indeed Mockingbird at one time. And she is Bobby Morris. We see the watch that she so desperately wanted gets brought back home by Clint. And at the end of that, it was very, very nice to see the back end of it had 19 and an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo or a S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. It was so nice to see that she is indeed Bobby Morris, who changed her name to Laura Barton, right? To kind of give that character more depth, more meaning. Maybe we can get a flashback sequence of her being Mockingbird. That'll be very, very freaking cool to see. FTB. Woo. Fade to black, nigga.
When I pull up, she gon' look though. Look at he mad, ain't look bro. She bad as hell, but can't cook though. It don't matter, but you still watching me while I did it for the look though. 100 feet worth of drip, don't drown this fly shit, that's the look though. And look though, I'm the wave, you can look though. I'm something different, I don't think you get it, but I still did it for the look though. Look though, yeah, I did it for the look.